England just announced that every Englishman over the age of 18 automatically become organ donors with ability to opt out. How do you feel about this? He wasn't an Englishman, but like John Prine said, "Please don't bury me down in that cold, cold ground. I'd rather have them cut me up and pass me all around, throw my brain in a hurricane. The blind can have my eyes, the deaf can take both my ears if they don't mind the size." Sounds like a smart guy, no wonder he wanted to carry on brainstorming after he died. I can't even play the piano, what would I do with an organ? Good, what would you want to do with your organs after you're dead? Let someone else live a good life because of your organs, or let the organs rot until there's no trace of them left. It's a good idea. As long as people have the ability to opt out if they want to, which you mentioned they do, then there's nothing wrong with it. Those who are incapable of opting out, due to the mental inability to comprehend it or something like that, are on the no-no list. I'd love it. What's funny is the dead person can't talk. They may even happily donate if they could talk after being dead. It's usually the family, cause for some reason burying your family member with all the organs intact and decaying soon is better than giving them to someone who need them to live. Fine with it. I think we need more organ donors. Yeah, you can fucking take my organs for all I care. Do what you want with me, lad. I feel like framing Reddit's popular opinion as a question is an easy way to gain karma. OP knows exactly how Reddit feels about this shit. Well, I'm already an organ donor, so it doesn't bother me in the least. I guess all the English women get to keep their organs. Not just the Englishmen, but the English women and English children too. It's a win-win idea whose time has come. I've already donated an organ to a university music department for student practice. When I die, my bodily organs will be donated as well. I think it's good. Personally, when I first got my license at 16, I said no to being an organ donor because I didn't know it was for after you die. Now that I'm older, I have somehow mysteriously become an organ donor, and I'm glad. We all know how Reddit feels about this. The same happened in Argentina last year. Just more people is available as a donor if they die. There are not killer doctors murdering patients to sell organs like people said back then. How do you feel about this? I feel that other countries too should do this. Sweet here, I'm all for it. I don't see why I'd need my body if I'm dead. It's the only one of those sketchy subscriptions that fools you into subscribing that is actually good or okay immo. They can take my organs when they pry them from my cold, dead body. What if it's still warm? I hold dual British-American citizenship. I don't care if they use my dead body to feed zoo animals. I'll be dead and I've no living relatives anyway. That you know of. For all I care, you can sacrifice my earthly remains to Cthulhu once I'm gone. So, what are you up to this weekend? I know a guy. I'm from the Ukraine. I'm annoyed this wasn't already a thing. I signed up to be an organ donor on my 18th birthday. I've got no use for my organs when I die. Let them save lives or be used for research. I thought this was already a thing, but then I'm from Wales, so not sure if we've had it for longer. We're usually the guinea pigs. Imagine a detective story. There's someone find out a person is a perfect donor for their dying lover and kills them near a hospital entrance. I'm dead. May as well be useful for once in my life. If I'm dead, then give them to someone else who needs them. If I do come back as a zombie, then I'll just go take someone else's. That's fine. People who feel strongly about not donating still have the option. I'd be less fine with it if that freedom is stripped of them. I say this as an organ donor myself. I think it's still very important to give people the freedom to do what they want with their bodies. I am organ donor. But I don't think the government should have the right to seize your body parts upon death. But what about the English women? And the English children too? I live in Austria, and this is a normal thing here for years. The only people that make to effort to opt out are Jehovah's Witnesses. Apparently it's a personal choice for Jehovah's Witnesses as opposed to a religious one. The religion is apparently fine with organ donation provided the organ is drained of blood beforehand and no blood transfusions take place. I'm an organ donor because I believe it is the right thing to do. However, I believe this is a horrific law. The government doesn't own your body and should have no rights to it without your consent or that of you heirs. Conspiracy Me also sees a huge conflict of interest problem to this policy when you also have socialized medicine. Wales has had it for a while, so I guessed it was coming good. It's a good plan and could really help people. I think people need to stop reposting this fucking question. If the implication is that this will produce more organ donors, and potential organ donors already had the clear option to opt in, then it is necessarily true that these new donors either somehow missed the option before or haven't opted out due to lack of information or informed consent. Consent is an active thing, not an assumed opt-out situation. I hate this.